Okay. All right. We should be back now. Maybe. Probably. I don't. It's, it's like, who knows anymore, you know? Trial by fire. I'm fire and ice, baby. Fire and ice. Fire and ice. Is this shit working? All right. It looks like it's working on YouTube. All right. Okay. Well, we'll wait for somebody to get up in this chat and tell me, like, hey, this shit's broke. Or like, hey, this shit's working. But either way, we're back. We're rocking. How's it going, everybody? So if you were here 10 seconds ago and you saw this unhinged, dumpster fire train wreck of a live stream 10 seconds ago, I mean, you're probably like, he's back. It's going to be just as bad. But it's not this time, I promise. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. Somebody's going to hop up in here and they're going to tell me, they're going to say, hey, Wes, this shit sounds like Dookie. Or they're going to say, hey, Wes, I can hear and see everything. And, it is working. So, here we go. Either way, one way or another, I'm gonna become the streaming shitter of shit streaming. So let's get Touch Designer back in the fray, and then we'll be so happy, and everybody will say, wow, look at that. It's working. Damn, would you look at that now? All right. Hey, it's working. Hey. Yeah. This is your reminder if you haven't fired up OBS in like a little bit that OBS forgets what the fuck everything is. Like, every time you unplug everything and you walk away from it, it's like, I have no clue what the hell anything, I can't remember anything that you were doing before. And, that's kind of a bummer. And it also seems like if I start up Touch Designer, I lose my ability to monitor the mate. That's a little problematic. Monitor off, mate. Monitor and output. All right, cool. So, dang, man. OBS is like not like riding a bike in the slightest. Jeepers peepers, that was just a disaster on all accounts. And I'm not sorry at all, because you know what? I got it working now. So the M8 got a massive update, like an absolutely astoundingly large update. Like, let's take a look at all of these things. Tim, the guy who does all of the mating, holy moly, this is a list here that we're looking at of updates and everything like that. But jeepers peepers, the things that I'm super excited about are this Hypersynth right here, an external instrument, send MIDI and receive audio for processing. New envelopes and LFOs have been replaced with 4 configurable modulation slots. Bipolar ADSR envelope. Holy moly, baby. We got a follow envelope and a drum envelope. The follow envelope looks super duper cool, and I'm highly interested to see how all this shit is gonna pan out here. So let's take a look, right? Let's see what's happening. So I updated the mate, and if you don't know how to do that, just follow the instructions, kids, because I forgot how to do it, and I totally fucked it up. But we're back. We're on version 3.0 beta 0, and holy moly, that's kind of loud. But you know what? Bring it down a little bit here. So I'm gonna probably like pick this thing up a bunch because it's very hard for me to address the mate, to like touch it and fuck with it when it's like sitting on this flat surface like this. So that's why I pulled up this touch designer thing here, so y'all can kind of follow along with me and see what the hell is going on. But yeah, I first things first want to go in here and see this Hypersynth. And wow, you guys, look at this thing. It's looking pretty cool. It looks like we've got a chord functionality and okay, so we got a shift, we got a swarm, we got a width, sub oscillator, filter, cutoff res. That all seems pretty standard. And oh, look at that scale. That's nice. Oh yeah, okay. So I've got here in my lap, you can't see, it's a key step, and that's what's going into this MIDI input here, so we can, you know, play some stuff. And you know, it's just always fun to have a MIDI controller. So if you know anything about me, you know that I'm like mildly obsessed with supersaws. And so a Hypersynth is a popular, you know, they've made, Roland made the supersaw, and then Waldorf came in at some point and they were like, we're going to make a Sono saw, oscillators and everything. And they were like, all right. And then Access came in and they were like, hey, guess what? You know, the super saw is 7 saw waves. Well, we're going to make a hyper saw, and it's going to have 9. So let's see, you know, Tim doesn't specify here, but I've got an inkling that it is a 9 detuned saw wave oscillator, which is fucking sick. So you can start to hear some, oh yeah, I like a little bit of subtle there, and then you can usually control the width here. All right, sick. Okay, so that's sounding pretty good. And then we've got chord here. So I'm assuming that this is going to be our initial note. And then this is going to be kind of like, so let's just set up like a major thing here. Oh, that's sick. Okay, that's very fun. All right, so yeah. So it looks like you're going to be setting your semitones above your root note here. So you could just be like. And then I wonder if, yeah, and if you're seeing this and being like, what the fuck? This guy doesn't sound like he knows what he's talking about. It's because, bro, I just installed this because I saw last night I was doing my you know, Valentine's things with my Valentine's baby, and then Tim was like, hey, here's a fucking Patreon update, you scrub. And I was sitting there and I was like, and she was like, put your phone away, stop freaking out about little M8 synth, and Valentine's it up with me. And I was like, yes. So I just scrambled all morning and set all this streaming shit up, and then dumpster fire crashed. You guys all saw it. If you didn't, I'm sure YouTube saved that dumpster fire crash. But anyways, back on into it. Let's see what this scale button does. Oh, it just makes everything nice and easy. Oh, it's just easy mode for fucking chords. That's beautiful. All right, let's see what some of these, C minor. Oh my goodness, golly gracious. Okay, C Dorian, Lydian, Mixolydian. Okay, let's see what happens if we kind of set these to like different, just absurd. Oh, it's easy mode for fucking chords. This is beautiful because I am not a chord guy. I'm a bass line dude, a single note motherfucker, and and this is just, oh man, I can already see myself making some just absolutely terrible, awful progressions here with this thing. I've got this set to velocity, or this actually, can I turn that off? Can I turn the velocity sensitivity off on the oh well, we'll just hit it hard every time. Okay, so that's sounding amazing, and I love it. So let's put a little bit of this sub oscillator in there. It looks like you can turn the sub oscillator. It looks like it's bipolar. Here, let's turn the chord off so we can really hear this. Actually, bop, bop, bop. Sub-oscillator. I wonder what going negative does on the sub-oscillator. Oh, jeez. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, that is so beefy. Holy shit. Yo, okay, let's just turn this all off. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that sub-oscillator is out of control. So there's no sub-oscillator, right? There's zero sub-oscillation. And then let's go all the way down. That's nice. Oh, let's go like 2 octaves down. There's a lot of low-end content there. I am a big fan. Okay, let's see. What else have we got? Let's put a little bit of filter action in here. Just a little bit, and let's turn this swarmitude up a bit, and give it a little bit of width. It's quite noisy. I'm gonna go up an octave again. All right, okay, so that's sounding pretty good. So this is the new synth engine, and it's impressing the fuck out of me already. Sorry for my language, you guys. I'm still a little bit getting the hang of talking to people again. Okay, so now we've got another thing that I'm incredibly excited about here. So Tim changed the way that all of the envelopes work. And so instead of being, having just 2 envelopes and 2 LFOs, these are all now assignable. You've got 4 modulation generators. And it looks like they can be traditional envelopes, drum envelopes, LFOs, follow envelope. Now, see, this is another one that I'm very excited. We'll have to play around with this in just a sec. But this is like an envelope follower, which can it come from the input? Well, I guess you could set an instrument as an input. So yes, I would imagine it's the answer. But let's just let's destination. Let's just give this cutoff a little bit, just a little bit of action here. We'll let it decay, a little bit of hold, and then let's see. I need to go back down here and go wheat. All right. Let's go. Give it some more. Let me get a little arpeggio going here so we can just let's now we can really look at this cute little, it shows you the amount, that little dot, that's what it's showing. Oh, that's just adorable. How helpful. And then you can see the movement. So if you're like increasing the decay a whole bunch here. Oh, okay. All right. This is that is so helpful. That is so nice. Everybody say thanks, Tim. That's so nice. All right. Okay. Oh man, it's even showing me what MIDI notes I'm hitting. Oh, goodness gracious. This is okay. So this is very fun. So let's see here. If you add scales and then, oh gosh, oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so this is very cool. Where can you download the new firmware? Tom, yeah, it is almost too good to be true. You are going to want to go to the beta testing channel of the Discord. A long time ago, there was an option to kind of opt into the beta testing channel. And I've just been in here for so long, I'm not sure how Tim is arranging to get into the beta testing thing. But I'm sure if you hopped into the M8 Discord and you hopped into the Help Me channel or the Discuss channel or even the general chat channel and said, hey guys, how do I get into that beta channel? I'm sure that somebody like Mikey or anybody else would be able to assist you with the procedure to get into the beta testing channel. I would just say that if you're going to beta test with the M8, make sure that you're prepared for a couple of glitches, a couple of bumps and skips, and for things to be a little bit weird because it is beta. And I would also say that before you run to the beta testing channel and say like, hey, when I play C major scale or whatever, my M8 explodes, make sure that it's an actual issue. Make sure that you can replicate it, maybe go to a different project, start a fresh project, make sure that there's not some wacky stuff in the tables. And also I would say back up. Oh, this is an internal alpha, so anything and everything will break. Yeah. he did say that because it's like version 0 is, I believe, what he said. His exact words are warning. This 3.0 beta 0 will likely have changes. Please know that new music using this beta may not work correctly on future releases depending on these changes. Because of this, do not save your existing pre 3.0 songs with this version. So what that means is, and here's a story from my own personal, what happened to me is that around version 2.0, I had a ton of projects and everything, and I did not read correctly, and I did not pay attention, and I just popped beta 2.0, or maybe it was just even the like actual version 2.0, and I started saving stuff and messing around, and I broke a ton of my songs, and I didn't back it up, and that was egg on my face. So this is very exciting, amazing additions to the M8, and sorry, my dog's dreaming back there. He's having, oh, Mr. Mako. He's wheezing. Those doggy dreaming. So yeah, I would just say if you want to play around with this beta, make sure you back up your work and, prepare for a lot of wiggy stuff. But it's just really exciting to see what is on the horizon for the M8. I remember this is like a year ago. Tim was like, "There's no way I could fit anything else in this software. It's absolutely full. This is the absolute maximum I can fit on this device." And flash forward a year, and he's got like 3 new instruments in here. The guy he's out of control. Absolute out of control. And that's why, I've had, please go, and if you're able, sign up for the Patreon, give Tim a little bit of support. The guy has proved time and time and time again that he's dedicated to this community, and that he's really passionate about this device, and that he's committed to making it as exceptional as humanly possible. And it's just great. So there's my pitch for the Patreon. Go hop in that. It's a wonderful thing. And then also I would say, get on the Discord, because it's an amazing community. And yeah. Am I able to give a quick recap of the changes? New synth engine and changes to the LFO envelope screen. Not to make that sound like it's not much. Just curious what changes are coming. Okay, well, yeah, I can read through the thing here. But there's a lot. So we got so the Hypersynth is the first new synth engine, and let's just here. Like I said before, I'm gonna hold this thing because it's easier for me to kind of do it. That's why I got the screen up there for you. So in addition to the hyper screen, yeah, that's fine. We can lose some changes. You now have an external instrument, which I'm also very excited. You know what? I should probably just grab a synth to test this guy out too. And I've got just the synthesizer. So hold on with me. Yeah, Mikey's not lying. The change list is massive. There's new envelopes. There's an envelope follower. There's velocity modulation for mapping note velocity to do things other than velocity, which is incredible. There's improvements to the rep command, new table effects. Ooh. The scope is improved. The change list is gargantuan. It's so massive. There's so much amazing stuff. Fix MIDI map, visual. Oh my, it's wild. But what all we've got here. So I'm gonna put this soft pop right here, and we're gonna test out this new external instrument thing, which, if we can see here, so we can now send out MIDI information to an external synth and then monitor it back here. It looks like we've even got CCs and filters built in. Wow, that's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna have to grab a cable or two to make this part work. Actually, no, I think I got them all right here. Okay. So this external instrument, super exciting to me. Cece's Pizza. You better believe it, Bryce Aroni. Hey, isn't it a work day? Or shouldn't you be working? Okay, so I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna be a dweeb and put this. We're gonna put this right over here. Actually, we're gonna make it kind of small. Okay. So here's what I'm really excited about for this MIDI external instrument thing. Give me here. Okay, so what this means is that we could plug this in. Actually, why don't I just do this? Okay, that might be a little out of focus, but whatever. So we could have this guy sit right like that, and then we're gonna want MIDI out going into the soft pop here, and then we can power it on like this. Turn that power on, and then we'll want to take the output of the soft pop and go right into the input here. Okay, and we got a little bit of USB noise there. Well, I'm hearing it, but it's not showing up on my scope, so that's not too bad. And then let's just really loud. Okay. Oh, it's because that was that thing right there. Okay, so let's get rid of some of these. And let's just okay. So, all right. Let's get back into it here. And I'm just gonna hit play on that. And I had this kind of set a little bit lower here. Okay, this was on drone mode and low pass, so that's my bad. But it looks like here, let's make this bigger now. So what you guys are seeing is, oh wait, I made it too big. All right, let's get this up here, and we'll put the M8 down here. Gosh darn it. Wait. Okay, so the M8 is now controlling the soft pop 2, and I need to like make some sort of pattern that doesn't suck, right? Alright, I mean, that's not a not sucky pattern, but like, I'm okay with it for now. Alright, so okay, so wow, this is working just instantaneously, and it's working very well. So so let's see what else this little thing can do here. Okay, so now that it's coming in here, we could just we could apply additional filtering. Oh, wow. And we could apply clipping. Another thing that's amazing here is port MIDI/USB. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you could use this for so many goddamn things. Holy shit. And then you could also, oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, if you guys are seeing this here, these are the options you've got for monitoring in. So if you have, if you've got one of these bad boys, one of these little Hosa YMM, where in the YMM cables 261, you could buy pretty much anywhere. But you could use one of these to split the input here, and then you could take line in from just the right or just the left. You could take it from stereo. You could also take USB left and right. So that means you could probably have 4 separate external instruments going in here. You could use like an iPad or iPhone to go in, and you could come and control it all inside the mate. And it looks like they're going to give you 4 CCs as well that oh yeah, see, okay, so you can change them CCs 0 to 127, and then those are also going to be assignable via this. So that's pretty cool here. So let's just see if we can set this up. Oh, maybe I can't modulate the CCs with the envelopes at the moment. But you know what I bet I could do is, oh yeah, you can assign the touchscreen MIDI map to them. Ha ha ha, that's quite excellent. Yeah, Mikey's saying that it's too much MIDI traffic, which makes sense. Zaz is saying the mate is much louder than I am. That's probably because now it's the soft pop, which does seem to be quite loud. It's also introducing a little bit of USB noise there. And I think that's just coming from the fact that I've got a bunch of USB devices like all plugged in. That's not an issue with the M8. Currently, if you just choose to go USB audio or output audio, you don't get a lot of noise. But if you try to do both, I've noticed you will get a little bit of funky noise. Or if you're trying to power a bunch of stuff off of a crappy USB bus, USB multiplexer thing that doesn't have good solid power, you're also going to get USB noise. But those are all issues in my setup. And yeah, anyways. So that's 2 new instruments that are absolutely incredible. And I want to see actually, what does the soft pop have for MIDI CC stuff? Because bear with me here, you guys. Let me pull this up. Soft pop 2 MIDI CCs. Because I know I did a whole video about it. And there's a ton of fun ones in there. MIDI CC. Let me just find, not implemented yet. MIDI CCs. Let me just find these. I can't remember what they're on. Am I looking at the right? Okay, Soft Pop 2. Digital firmware manual. Is what I'm looking for. Okay, there we go. Now let me find MIDI. Okay. I won't spend too much time trying to find this, but I do want to see how fast it works. Actually, you know, I bet we could just, let's turn it on drone mode. Turn up the volume a little bit. There you freaking go. Okay. So that is very cool. You can control a couple MIDI CCs with, you could either do it with your touch screen there, or, you know, actually, I just had a thought. Let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You can control them in the sequence. And that is even more helpful, honestly, because then you could set something like a rep command to kind of do a facsimile of an envelope. And that is really super cool. Also, there's a quick tip that I feel like I'm always telling people. If you go and you're like, you know, wiggling this around here, and then you go back to the to this, and then you hit effects, the first effect that it'll pull up will be the last one that you were playing with. So if we like want to play with res, and we're like, oh yeah, that's very cool, and then we come back here and we're like, I want to sequence that on this note. There you go. It's going to be the first one. So that's a quick and easy way to jump through a bunch of stuff on the sequencer here. And yeah. So there are a ton of more new things in here. Let's take a look. One of the ones that was super exciting to me was this follow envelope here. So let's see if we can get... So, okay, I think this is a very hastily put together drum break. So let's see here. And it is. It's a very hastily put together drum break. But it is on instrument number 1. So... let's say we wanted to come over here and we wanted to make phrase 8 and we wanted to make instrument 4. Let's say we want to make it, let's make it a C4. Okay, so just so we can hear it, right? And so then let's go to this Hypersynth, right? So we're on the Hypersynth, and we're going to turn this to a very low pass hypersaw, right? So we can't even hear it. And then we're going to see how this follow envelope acts. So we could have the source be external, or we could have it be instrument 1, right? So now we've got this over here, right? And our crazy little break is going, and we've got our follow envelope, and we'll need to set the destination to cutoff. Okay, it looks like this drum break is just absolutely too freaking, it's just peaking, so it's not really giving us a lot of content. Oh, no. It's not giving us a lot of content to follow along with. So let's maybe just grab like a kick drum, because I could see how that would be something that I'm gonna probably do a lot of. So let's just grab a 909. Yeah, that one will work. Okay. All right, so now let's just put this. Let's just go like ba, 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 ba. Right. Okay, let's slow this down a little bit. All right. Wait. All right, so there's our little kick drum. And here is our follow synth, right? And it's going to look from this guy. Okay. How come I'm not hearing this? I feel like I should be hearing a lot more hypersyntitude. Oh. See, it looks like it's working there, which is what I want to happen. In the chord section, Mikey's giving me the hints. Oh, that is, you said all the voices to, oh yeah, you're right. He's got a point there. How did that happen? There we go, okay. Okay, so now do you guys see what this follow thing is doing? Yeah. Thank you, Mikey. So this is incredible, because this is something that like I was actually this was something that I was wishing for, and really like I was like, how is there any way we could really get like a side chainy style effect or something, you know, other than just like smashing the limiter with a kick drum and having it, you know, duck everything else. And here it is, lads. So, okay. You guys hear that? So then we could even set like another one to be like the volume, right? Oh my gosh, that is so fucking rad. So now every time the kick drum hits, it's gonna give us this modulation, and it's gonna follow, and then we can even set how fast it will follow. We can set a decay, we can set an onset attack. We could get this like thump in there. Oh my gosh. And we could even go and we could set the destination to like the width. And then oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cool. All right. Okay, this is so rad. All right. Okay, so follow envelope, that's going to be amazing for controlling dynamics or having sources play off of each other and react to one another. This is very, very interesting, very cool. Wow, I'm just so thoroughly impressed here. And then something else that I noticed is look at this new page down here. You guys, I'm gonna get ahead of the way down here. Look at how the mixer page is set up now. We've got like I feel much better about this. It's all kind of laid out, much nice, very nice. You got the limiter. Let's see. Yeah. All right. You got your DJ filter, resonance type. Did he do any? No, this one looks the same. Everything looking good. Okay. All right. And then I did notice also that we've got a couple different changes to the project setting up here. Project settings, where you can set default scales, default grooves. You've got your MIDI stuff. Let's see, bundle. All right, themes. You can play around. Still say it's hard to hear you when you talk while the synths are playing. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. I'm happy that I am. Theme is broken in the beta. Yeah, that is okay. I've got my theme rocking the way I want it at the moment. So this is absolutely fun on a bun here. And while I got so excited that I just started, look at that. The sun's going down. We'll bring this in here and just screw up my green screen, but at least you guys can see this stuff a little bit better. I did also see that Tim is planning on doing a meetup today. Is what I thought he said. So let's jump to the present here. It looks like everybody is. Oh my gosh, this beta is just going off. This beta channel here. But yeah, it does look like Tim is gonna do a meetup today and talk about a bunch of the cool stuff that's in the beta as well. I just got so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a new beta, and I was like, this is my excuse to like get my ass in gear and set up the streaming setup and just like jump right into it and try to mess around because I've heard whispers that this beta was coming, but I didn't know when it was coming, and I just upgraded to the factory, or not the factory, I guess the official version of the M8 with the nice metal case and everything. I had to sell my betas so I could afford the new one, but holy moly, it was so worth it. I mean, I really liked the clickiness of the beta. The keys were very like ka-chunk. They had a nice like, here, if you guys can hear that, you know. But these ones are more like and gosh, I really liked it. But I found that I was using the Mate in like mostly kind of like out and about, and I took a couple of flights to New York and back, and I was realizing I was on the plane and I was like, and people were like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" And so I was like, "Man, I think it's time to upgrade to the official one." So I got on that last batch that he did, and holy moly, I mean the beta wasn't bad by any means, but it was this new the milled case and everything, and the switches, the buttons, the 3D printed components even seem a little bit more solid. This device is absolutely phenomenal now. And people, every time a new batch comes out, some people are like, oh, it seems kind of expensive. And I dare you to show me anything else on the market that even comes close to this. Like, this thing blows the OP1 out of the water. You tell me the OP1 can do half of the shit that this thing can, and I'll call you a liar. And the OP1 is roughly 3 times the price. Or the new OP1, the OP1 Field or whatever, but that's the only thing that I could think of. I mean, like the MPC line, the MPC Live line, that's very cool, and it's got speakers in there too. But I don't think that it's got nearly enough like actual synth engines in there. Somebody could tell me I'm wrong, but I mean, I feel like there's only a few synth synth or instrument engines in there, and they're kind of like whatever Akai gives you. So yeah, I would say if you're on the fence about grabbing one of these things, get off the fence, get on the Patreon, and grab one the next time it comes out. I know Tim has been also whispering about like a version 2 of the M8. Who knows? It might be a thing sooner than later. But this device continues to impress me, and now that version 3 is here, and I'm not scared that I'm gonna, just want to jump on the newest firmware immediately and lose all my work. I'm gonna continue to talk about this device and dig into it and try to find all sorts of fun techniques to share with you folks. And yeah, like he says, OG OP1 is probably the closest competitor, really, if you factor in the price. And yeah, I mean, I would agree. It's, yeah, travel back in time to 2000. You're not wrong, man. Yeah, these devices are great. Don't buy one from the scalpers. If you see somebody selling one of these things for like $900, just don't. That's not cool. Yes, there is a new firmware, person Zoliv Kaiko. Beta. It's a new beta firmware. There's a lot of exciting new features in it, and jeepers peepers, I am getting a ton of texts, and it is getting to be about that time where I'm gonna run and actually go do some stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take off here and end the stream just a little early now, but hey, look, we got the stream working. So you know what? We're gonna be streaming again and again and again and again and again until you're sick of me and you want me to go away, but I'm gonna keep streaming. And yeah, it's going to be fun on a bun. So, hey, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. If you liked my weird, unhinged wackiness, you could subscribe on the YouTube page. You could come on down to my Discord, which is, not nearly as cool as the M8 Discord, but it's there. It's fun. And definitely, if you've seen anything here that is piqued your interest and made you say like, oh wow, that's kind of cool, keep an eye on the M8 Discord today, because if Tim's doing a stream, you're gonna want to get it from him. He's always got the best examples and the best demonstrations of his own shit. So yeah. Hop in. Today would be an amazing day to hop in the community and get on this excitement hype train. And yeah, so take a look at all that, and we'll catch you guys so very soon. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in, sticking with me through the dumpster fire, and yeah, I love all you guys so much. Catch you later.